So, dear guest, I believe that most of our guests are now connected, and so we can start. Thank you again for joining us today. Today's topic is the power of artificial intelligence in SAP Analytics Cloud. My name is Margarita, and I'm Sales and Account Manager at ACBaltica. And I'd like to introduce my colleague. It's Pavel Romanovsky. Pavel is the head of our SAP BY unit. He is our main technical expert today. If you have any questions during our webinar, please feel free to write them in the chat or ask them during our Q&A session after the presentation. Now let me start with our today's agenda. First, I will provide a brief overview of ACBaltica as a company. Then we will talk about SAC capabilities, features, and steps in planning cycle. After that, Pavel will present a demo. And finally, you will have a chance to ask your questions. Now, let me say a few words about our company so you will get an idea who we are and what we do. ACBaltica is an SAP Platinum partner with a main office in Lithuania. Our company is a member of United Wars Association with overall experience in SAP area for more than 20 years. We have a team of 140 employees, both consultants and developers, and our customers and partners are located in more than 10 countries across Europe and in the United States. We have expertise in many SAP areas. I have divided them into 4 main streams. First, it's customer experience, all connected with sales, service, and marketing clouds, CRM, and so on. We also have ERP and S/4HANA departments that covers the whole range of modules. And we have extensive experience in BW, BY, BPC, and Analytics Cloud. And of course, we have our own team of developers. Now we will briefly review all the functional blocks of SAC, and we will start with reporting. Reporting in SAP Analytics Cloud is available on 3 levels. First, it's operational level. Operational reporting and data mining are available for the company's analysts. Second level is a decision-making level. Here we mean dashboards and single points for entry for business users. And the third, it's board level. There is an SAP Digital Boardroom powered by SAC. You can enhance reporting on all these levels with AI capabilities like embedded forecasting, predictive data analysis, and more. And we will explain all this in details. If you have a standalone SAP Analytics Cloud, you have analysis, planning, forecasting, and reporting in one application. This allows you to make decisions fast based on the system's data. Using SAC planning tools, you can create and share private versions of plans and discuss what-if analysis scenarios before publication. These planning tools are modern and browser-based and allow you planning and modeling with various levels of details for any number of users. Generative AI is already helping organizations to unlock the full potential of their data and achieve higher value from planning and analytics. SAP Analytics Cloud complements it by providing a complete planning and analytics solution augmented by AI to transform data-driven decision-making using the data and semantics provided. Business users can access insights on demand, generate more accurate plans, and make faster, fact-based decisions to drive planning and analytics success. And now I would like to hand it over to Pavel, who will dive deeper into technical details and present a demo. Pavel, please take the floor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Pavel, thanks Margarita, and I will explain which AI feature is available. You should see my screen, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, nice. I will explain some main artificial intelligence feature. available in SAC and how to use it. And after that, I will switch to demo to show one of the use cases that can be interested for you or interested for you. The first feature is natural language query. Currently, it's named Just Ask. For the second half of this year, it will be replaced with Joule Assistant integrated in SAC. This feature allows you to ask questions about your data, such as do you talk to someone. You can see an example when person type net sales actual versus public budget in numeric point chart, and the system get info from your data and plays answer and comparison actual and public version. Answer can be provided in tables, in charts, in some text fields, but with Joule from the second half of this year, it's something from future, but still it will be available to perform some kind of conversation based on your data. Not only one question, one answer, but maintain dialogue. And also, Joule will be able to explain some hidden data interdependency and answer on question like, why are my sales going down? The second feature is Smart Predict. Smart Predict uses machine learning to help you predict the future by analyzing patterns in your data. Why we should use it? It helps you make trusted prediction based on your historical data available in a lot of your systems. Focused on what you can predict, it makes decision making easier with artificial intelligence. You can use it without coding, without deep knowledge of Python or any data scientist knowledge specific to this area. And also you can turn your data into a story. You can see the results in visuals, add explanations, and share provided prediction with your team and inside your company. You can use Smart Predict to predict payments, figure out if customer will pay on time. It supports campaign predictions for marketing, helping you decide which ads will work best based on historical data, based on your customer profile. In finance, it offers revenue cash flow forecasting based on forecasting of some growth pricing or market behavior. You can default fraud detection, risk management based again on your real data and your current cases. And with Smart Predict, you can get reliable prediction, more intelligent decision, and straightforward story from your data. You can build your plan based on prediction. You can use it just for analytical purposes or insights or data idea. There's 3 available models for prediction in SAP Analytics Cloud. It's classification analysis. This model helps you group new data into categories based on historical examples. You sort your customers from those who buy the least to those who buy the most. Or you can predict, you can predict customer churn. This customer will churn with a high possibility, and this customer are more stable ones. Classification looks at historical data and breaks down the customer into groups, as I said. We have a regression model. This one is used to find relationship between numbers. It's about how one driver affects another. How much sales increase if you increase your advertising budget. It helps you predict number based on patterns and trying to find data dependencies. And the third one is time series forecast. The model looks at data over time to find trend patterns, define main influencers, and forecast data in future that allow you to plan more confident. One more feature is a new feature released in this year. It's called Compass. It's a tool for simulating different business outcomes, especially when you're faced with some uncertainties. We could combine several what-if scenarios in one big simulation. Based on your data, create pessimistic, realistic, and optimistic scenario for outcomes. And you can see various possibilities and be more sure and less sure that your plan will become a reality. It's very easy to use. You don't need to be a technical expert and know complicated things like coding or complicated math. I will show how to work with it during my demo part. During my demo, I will provide you with high-level, in few words, overview of sales planning, analysis, and SAC, because our use case will be built around sales planning content provided by SAC. We'll train our predictive model, applying predicted results to our plan. We will calculate revenue and gross margin based on this predicted data and simulate probability of a new plan, taking into consideration different ranges, different drivers, and uncertainties in it. Now I will share my system screen. Do you see it?
Yes, we can see.
Yep. Okay. Nice. Thanks. SAC provides a lot of predefined planning layouts. Plan sales, workforce, finance, CapEx, perform project planning, perform marketing activities planning, and so on. It can be integrated with your SAP accounting systems, SuccessFactors, IBP, S4HANA, ERP, and also you can integrate your non-SAP systems to SAC and use this data as a basis for planning. Here you can see predefined template for volume planning. You can perform volume planning by products, customer, profit center, and plant. We can see actual data and plan data, and let's click on Generate AI Plan button. Let's select time frame which we want to forecast. And after that, we will go through this layout. I selected first quarter of 2024, for example, January 2025, because I have enough data to do it. And click Run on background. And during this time, we can go through prepared layout. It will take some time to proceed all your data you have and provide the forecast values. We will wait a little bit. Here you can see actual data coming from your accounting system. We have dedicated page to plan gross prices, sales deduction %, cost of goods sold per one base unit of measure. We have calculated actual values based on your actual data, revenue and volume. It's average prices, average per each product group for each customer. You can drill down, analyze and adjust it if it's needed. The same for sales deduction %. It's driver-based planning based on your real data from your production accounting system.
While data are being loaded, probably we can answer some questions that we have got.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, the first one is, what are the pricing options for all those AI tools in SAP Analytics Cloud?
Okay. If you have generally, SAC can be provided with two versions, let's say, yeah, embedded SAC. Embedded SAC means that you have, when you have S4HANA public cloud, SuccessFactors, or C4C, you already have embedded SAC product on your board, free to use. Yeah, it also contains some ready-to-use reports, and you can build your own reports if it's needed. But embedded SAC contain only reporting possibilities. Another version of SAC is Enterprise SAC. It's because that licensed by users. You can license planning user but separate price and BI user at a separate price. And Enterprise SAC can provide you with ability of reporting, planning, and artificial intelligence feature like predictions, simulations, and Joule. Potentially, Joule can be additionally charged, but it's an open question for now, and we expect that if you want to use it intensively, ask a lot of questions, and Joule, it may be charged additionally, but this information will be communicated near the June or July when Joule will be integrated in SAC. Yep. So if you have enterprise SAC, you can use predictions functionality except Joule Point free of charge.
Thank you, Pavel. And I have one more question. How much data do we need to have a better prediction?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's recommended and required to have 5 periods of data to forecast one period, 5 period of historical data to forecast one period of future data. Yeah. And it should be, it also depends on level of details that you have, because when you forecast your data, you select which categories you forecast. Will you forecast revenue for whole company, or you want to forecast revenue for dedicated product line or for certain customer? Because it depends, fully depends. Yeah, it's much easier to have 5 months of revenue on the company level than 5 months of historical data on the product plus customer level. Yeah. But the answer is 5 to 1, 5 historical to 1 forecasted.
Thank you.
Here we have some calculated data. It's backgrounded in yellow. We can go to rates. We can adjust it. Is it a buy, for example? Let's adjust sales deduction percent for our racing bikes for large customer. Let's drop down it to 5%. I can drag and drop it. Average sales deduction percent recalculates. Let's switch to gross price per base unit of measure, and let's increase all the prices by 5%, plus 5%. All the data was increased 5%. Yep. Let's finish it. After that, we can switch to planning trigger tab and trigger our calculation. We have finalized our rates planning, volume planning, and now we calculate revenue and gross margin. It's finalized. And now we can analyze gross margin report. Here we can see the gross margin, net revenue, cost of goods sold, and sales deduction and absolute values for product groups, customer groups. You can filter out profit center or company, and also you can switch to gross margin per unit to see the related figures. Now, let's have a look on machine or our prediction model, how it works. And after that, switch to Compass to simulate our gross margin plan. publish data. Switch to our predictive scenario. Here we have the configuration. You should select your data source, where your data is, your historical data is. Which version of data should be considered as historical, let's say actuals. What you wanna forecast, volume in base unit of measure. You can set up some filters and click train and forecast. If you want to introduce some influencers like price, you can add it here, and the model will take into consideration not only historical data for volume, but also its dependency on price. After the training and forecasting, you'll get overview page with top and bottom entities in terms of MAPE. MAPE is average, median average percentage error. It's a delta difference between actual and predicted value, how prediction model works. It takes 75% of your historical data to forecast latest 25% of historical data and re-verify itself, remodel and select the most accurate forecasting model and provide you with results. Some entities combination of what we forecasted. Now it's company, plant, profit center, and product. Some entities we have big enough expected MAPE, like 17%, but some of them forecasted very good, less than 1% of MAPE. Let's switch to forecast step. Here you can select a set of parameters from your entity and analyze influencers. You should wait several seconds. Yeah, with the selected entity, expected MAPE is 2.63%. It is good enough. Here is your actual data. In dark blue is your forecasted data and prediction minimum and maximum interval. You can see it month by month. And also you can switch on explanation tab, but you can see that mostly your forecast depends on trend for this combination. Yeah, no cycles in here. Yeah, 98% is trend, and some corrections, adjustments, it's only 1.8%. But for different entity, situation can be different. After that, you can save forecast from here to your plan, or use as I showed, just one click from the planning layout and ready to use data you have. And let's go to Compass. Here I have different scenarios already created. We'll have a look on gross margin simulation scenario. I select gross margin, and the system will provide me with a list of drivers. What is driven my gross margin? I can filter gross price per product groups, for example, and define different range of potential price for bikes and for tires, because it's completely different product groups. We can adjust it. Here's our baseline value. It's average price for whole product group during my planning. here, let's increase it. My cost of goods sold, I assume it will be, let's divide it by product groups. Let's click on Add Restricted Driver and select Filter Product. Bikes and tires separately, because it's completely different kind of products. It depends on each other for sure, but still different. Let's say 25 to 40, and here 2000 to 2.5. Comply with it. Add additional filters by locations where product is produced. For example, if we have such dimension, such analytic in our model, set up different kind of ranges and click on Run Scenario. Now I will click on Fastest Run, just to show you how it works. We will select the medium or the highest precising. It will take more time, but not so much. Now we have our baseline plan, actually $35,000. We have pessimistic case in this range of gross margin, realistic case of gross margin, and optimistic case of gross margin. We can analyze not only where my baseline is, in a realistic case, pessimistic or optimistic one, but also we can analyze probability of it. The bigger peak, the more realistic gross margin is. Consideration different pessimistic and optimistic case borders. Let's place a 10% and here should be 18. You can switch color if it's needed. Yeah, please recalculates. Let's change our drivers. Let's decrease gross price or decrease volume. Let's decrease volume. 5,000 to, let's say, 8,000. And here, this range, run, preview. Our potential gross margin will be recalculated based on this combination provided. Yeah. Even more realistic. So you can model list of drivers fully depends on your data model and interdependencies. You can set up more drivers for gross margin. You can model not only gross margin, but also EBITDA or gross profit or whatever you want, depends on data that you have in your system. And also it's not only tool to double verification your plan generated by AI by predicted data, but also simulation tools that can be used together with prediction model or in parallel independently. From the demo point of view, that's it from my side. Margarita, please take your floor. Margarita will explain shortly the key benefits of SAC in terms of artificial intelligence features.
Yes, thank you, Pavel. Yes, before we start our Q&A session, I would like to tell some words about benefits of AI and SAP Analytics Cloud. To make it short, AI in SAP Analytics Cloud makes your work easier and smarter. It helps make more accurate plans. AI removes human errors, giving you precise, data-driven predictions instantly. It helps take faster decisions. Generative AI analyzes data and automates tasks, saving time and efforts. With AI, you can discover smarter insights. It connects data points to uncover growth opportunities, and no coding is needed. You can get instant access, real-time insights with a click, and no data specialist is required. And finally, you can do automation. AI handles repetitive tasks, so you can focus on strategy. As a result, with AI and SAC, you work faster, smarter, and more efficiently. So thank you for your attention. And now I think we can answer your questions. Please feel free to write them in the chat. I see one question. The question is, what is preferable to use, Predictive Analytics or Compass? How do they differ from each other?
It's a good question. I face this question often enough, and I will answer like this. In machine learning and smart predict feature, you have time forecast, time series forecast. It allows you to predict future based on your historical data. And Compass is like rather simulation tool, the prediction one, that recalculate a lot of time your data based on your data model and based on your assumption. It's more like what if analysis or simulation tool rather than prediction of somewhat. Yeah. You can even, it works in different way. And Compass based on your currently planned or actual data, or actually you also can build Compass simulation based on your driver ranges and combine a lot of time different set of values and recalculate a lot of time, while prediction may find some data patterns in your historical data and provide some future generative forecast, generative figures.
Okay, thank you very much. So please raise your hand or just write the questions if you have any, and we will try to answer. So if there are no questions anymore, then I think we can finish. I see one question. How about the integration of Just Ask or Joule into stories?
Just Ask is a slightly different tool. Yeah, and Just Ask is not integrated, and I not expect that it will be integrated directly into stories. But Joule currently expected that will be integrated. Yeah, if you worked with SAC before or work currently with classic design experience story, you can be familiar with Smart Insight feature. And Joule will be something similar but better. Yeah. So you can click on data on certain chart or on certain table cell, right click and ask Joule about this certain number and this certain area. And Joule will try to explain this number, highlight some data dependency, and yeah. Yeah, I'm also exciting to know it and wait a lot of this feature to be released and integrated fully in SAC currently. Just one more point. If you have Joule inside your SuccessFactors or any other tool where Joule is already integrated, you can integrate it with your SAC as well. It's not needed to wait. You can use it right now It's restricted, released to customers who have Joule and SAC as well. But also you can wait 1 quarter and be waiting for this additional general release, Joule integrated in Enterprise SAC.
Okay, thank you. So thank you, dear guest, for coming today to our webinar. I'd like to mention that we would be happy to stay in touch with all of you. And in case if you will need any support, any help with the SAP products implementation or support, please feel free to contact us and we will be happy to assist you, to help you. We will be very happy to work with you.
Thank you all.
Yeah, if there are no any more questions, then I think we can close our session today, and we will be happy to see you on our next webinars. So, thank you.